Ladies and gentlemen, today we have some pretty big information as to what is coming to Modern Warfare, both in tomorrow's update and in the future of the game as a whole. And all in all, we actually have some pretty big information. So first of all, it appears as though tomorrow's update is just going to be a playlist update, but with quite a few things in it, including a new operator, on top of that new game modes in both Warzone and multiplayer. We're going to be going over that right at the beginning of the video. After that, we are going to be looking at what is coming in some future updates, including some weapon changes and changes to the Warzone map as well, and some pretty big changes to the Warzone map. So we have a lot to talk about today, so let's just start off with what is coming in tomorrow's update. So first things first, we are getting Gaz. Gaz is one of the newest operators, and he is coming out tomorrow. Assumably, he will be available in an operator bundle, which costs 2,400 COD points, or about $24 American. We'll have more details on this bundle tomorrow when it actually comes out, but it appears as though this is the skin that we're going to be getting for Gaz. Moving on to game modes, the first one we have is All or Nothing, a fan favorite game mode for Modern Warfare 3. Essentially what this is you get a throwing knife, a knife that you can actually knife people with, and scavengers. So once you actually kill someone with your knife or throwing knife, you can pick up some bullets and use your pistol to actually kill some people. And then essentially it's just a free-for-all that goes up to 20. So that's coming out tomorrow. On top of that, we have Chaos 10v10, which is a 10v10 game mode, but on the normal 6v6 maps. So basically just making the more 6v6 maps a little bit more chaotic, which I think is a fantastic idea. And then once again, Face Off returns, which is just 3v3 gunfight, but with respawns in various game modes like Domination, Team Deathmatch, things along those lines. Now, where things get a little bit strange is when Activision tweeted out this blog post, they said that Juggernaut Royale was also going to be coming out this week. Now, it is nowhere to be found in the blog post, which leads me to believe that it may actually come out later this week, maybe on the Friday update that they do every single week. So that would be my best guess for that one. But as of right now, it is not in the blog post, and that tweet is completely deleted. So that is everything we can expect to come tomorrow and even later this week on Friday. And when you actually look at the roadmap for Season 4, this is kind of strange because at this point, they've almost covered every single thing on this roadmap. The only things that we're missing is Rose, the other new operator, the new Rytech AMR sniper rifle, Cheshire Park, and Team Defender, which is a new game mode. Most of which could be covered in one update, which is probably going to be the big mid-season update that's going to come out in a week or two. So the question is what happens after that? What is going to happen at the end of Season 4? And that's where the rest of the speculation that we're going to talk about throughout the rest of this video actually comes in. Now, of course, the rest of tomorrow's update we are going to cover in the update video tomorrow. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. We're on the road to 1 million subscribers, and looking at my analytics, only about 25% of the people who are actually watching my videos are actually subscribed. So if you want to join the channel on road to 1 million, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and of course, as I said, we'll have that update video out tomorrow. Now, as far as the mid-season update and what is to come, the one thing a lot of people are talking about is weapon balancing, and we actually know a little bit more detail about this one based off of a tweet by Joe Seacott. So the tweet that Joe is responding to here is from a guy named Captain, and he says, "On a serious note, guys, when is the Grau going to be nerfed? At least 90% of the kill cams are from the Grau. Does that not tell you anything? The M4 was nerfed 3 times immediately. The Grau is ruining Warzone right now." Now, whether or not you agree with that or not, I will say there are a lot of Graus being used in Warzone right now, and I wouldn't be against a little bit of a meta shift. And what Joe responded to that is, we have a batch of weapon tuning in the works for the mid-season update. Patch notes will be outlined when they drop. So this tells you 2 things immediately. First of all, the Grau is going to be nerfed. I almost guarantee it. The fact that he responded to a tweet about the Grau saying there's weapon tuning coming kind of tells you exactly what is going to be inside of there. Now, I also wouldn't be surprised if the M4 or MP5 got nerfed. Those are kind of like the other 2 best weapons as of right now, but there's no confirmation to that whatsoever. I also wouldn't be surprised if like the Striker 45 or maybe the P90 got buffed in one way or another, as they're kind of some of the weaker SMGs currently right now in Warzone. Now, only time will tell, and like he says in the tweet, that is going to be coming in the mid-season update. So this lends to the question, when is the mid-season update going to be? Now, this is a little bit confusing because technically the mid-season update for Season 3 came out on week 7. That is when they announced that is the mid-season update, which is 2 weeks away from the end of that season. It should have been 1 week away from the end of that season. And then the mid-season update, which added Obsidian and things like that, was midway through Season 3. So as far as when this mid-season update is going to be, my best guess is on July the 7th. If not July the 7th, either the 30th or the 14th. But like I said, my best guess is for July the 7th. Now, I would assume that when that mid-season update comes out, that is also when we are going to get the new map as well, which is called Cheshire Park, which honestly looks pretty damn good, but I would guess that would come out with the mid-season. And then on top of that, something to do with Warzone, which is actually the next thing that we're going to be talking about. What has been data mined within Warzone that is rumored to be coming to the game? So Modern Warzone has tweeted out explaining what has been found within the code, and they said Season 4 has added an interior to Stadium as well as the transit train areas underneath the map. There's also been coding added to the game for a moving train in Warzone. So this tells us a couple of things. First of all, it seems as though the stadium is going to be opening up within Warzone. This is something that we have been talking about for a while now, and we kind of know and is expected to come. The second part of this is a little bit more confusing. So first of all, the moving train, we kind of already knew about this. They added in new train tracks with Season 4, and we kind of expected a moving train to come to the map and go around this loop that you're seeing on screen here. What we didn't hear about is train tracks actually being under the ground of the Warzone map. I don't know how that is going to work. And in fact, I may make another video later this week discussing what this could actually mean for the Warzone map. So if you're at all interested in that, want to hear more about it, just hit that like button, and maybe later this week, I'll make a video simply discussing what those train tracks could mean for Warzone. Now, speaking of leaks with maps and changes and things like that coming in the mid-season update, the next thing that we have to talk about is actually multiplayer and the multiplayer maps that are going to be coming to the game. Now, all of this information that I'm going to be giving you is from a guy named Geeky Pastimes. We've talked about his Twitter before. The thing that we're talking about today is actually from his YouTube channel, and he basically is a data miner. He goes into the files, and he has found information about a ton of different maps that are going to be coming, or at least in the files for Modern Warfare. And essentially what he goes to in his video is he talks about how some of these maps may actually not come to the game. Some of these maps just have file names with them, but no pictures, assets, game modes, or anything to go alongside them. However, other maps have pictures with them, and when they have pictures with them, you know that they are going to be coming to the game soon. So the one with the most files to go with it is, of course, Cheshire Park, or as it's called in the game files, Garden. And as far as this map goes, we know it's going to be coming with the mid-season of the game. Now, there are a couple of other maps with more files to do with them. One of them is Oil Rig. Oil Rig, aka Offshore from Modern Warfare 3, has a bunch of files associated with it, but we don't actually know when this is going to be coming out, whether it's going to be later in Season 4 or maybe even at the launch of Season 5. The other map that actually has been in the game files for a while is called Exclusion, and it's basically the exclusion zone near Pripyat, and this is actually scheduled to be a gunfight map, which this one's been in the files for a while, so I have no idea when this would actually be coming. Now, as far as the other maps that they have found in multiplayer, they include Invasion, Broadcast, and the interior of Stadium, which we would assume would be added once the stadium actually opens in Warzone. As far as the other two, though, we know Broadcast is already in Warzone, and the game files are already there for it, so no surprise there whenever that's added. The other one is actually interesting, though. Invasion was actually a map in Modern Warfare 2, and this is actually the first that I've heard about this one coming to Modern Warfare 2019. This is actually a map I really enjoyed back in the day, and I'd be interested to see how it would be implemented into Modern Warfare 2019. But essentially, these are all of the details about the future updates that are going to be coming to the game. I think most of these, aside from maybe the multiplayer maps, will probably happen within Season 4. Some of the changes as far as the bigger Warzone ideas, like the trains being added, Stadium being open, I would be surprised if they didn't happen in Season 4, simply because essentially nothing has happened in the map within Season 4, and they added the train tracks right at the beginning, so it would just kind of make sense for that to happen within Season 4. So I'm guessing most of this that we talked about today, including the weapon updates and changes to Warzone, and of course the update tomorrow, are all going to happen pretty soon within Season 4, so we do have a lot to look forward to. But as always, I want to hear what you guys think about this, so let me know what you think down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, it is always appreciated if you hit that like button, and like I said before, if you want to stay up to date on everything Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, or even Call of Duty 2020, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, peace out.
You should take it slow.